coming from is to look at it in the context of being cheated on. Do you know how painful it is to be cheated on? And then to find out it was with a white woman? Oh man, that ain't never dying. That flame in your heart is never gonna go out, bro. It's over. I'm telling you, you can't get over that.
I don't know, man. Like it's just weird, man. And the fact that you're able to like, kind of stand in it on these joints and like laugh in their face and all that stuff. Part of me will be frustrated. I've been in some situations where I've been able to, just be like, nah, I can just do it like in a moment. But I try to avoid like a lot of them joints, man, because you know how certain people, you just know the kind of conversation you're gonna have, and it's not gonna be fruitful. I try to avoid them joints, man, for real.
I get it, and look, like, I've been through it a bunch of times, and like I said, I've kind of I've made it a little mission of mine to kind of get better at this, or and I spoke about that a little while ago, and I just realized that there's maybe 1 to 3% of people that I can't talk with or to or anything, right? And it is what it is. I'm not. I don't have to be everywhere. YouTube is a big world, right? And then there's a bigger world online outside of YouTube. So I don't have to be everywhere. But I've worked on fitting in most places, at least long enough to do battle. And I think it kind of helps me in the long run because I want to spread the channel and the imprint, the footprint and all that. So I imagine, at least it's my logic too. You got to be able to go out into not just friendly waters, but hostile waters too, because drama is fun and controversy sells.
I agree somewhat. Like, well, actually, no, I agree wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? Like, but there's some places, I probably frequent a whole lot less.
Yeah,
Like,
facts,
like,
facts.
like the John Galt stuff, right? Because most of the people over there is cool. You got your onesie twosies or whatever that just like kind of incredulous, but like I think your type of comedy diffuses a lot of that too. Anyway, like that one time where you just like, hey, I don't think I'm the monster that you built me up to be or something like that, something to that effect. That was pretty funny.
Well, the thing about John Gall, and I like everybody over there except for the one guy, because Big Gay Stanley, these the 1 to 3% of people that even if you want me to talk to you, which Stanley desperately wants me to engage with him, to this day, if I'm in the chat, he says hi to me like a gay stalker, and I just don't engage. I won't talk to you. If I happen to be on a panel with you, I will talk around you, and even that is fun from like a stage performance, stagecraft kind of perspective, because one, people are watching you chase me, like it's weird, you know what I mean? And then two, I just don't have to engage with you. Like, I don't have to subject myself to anything. I'm a grown ass man. I don't have to do a goddamn thing. So you just got to maintain frame in some of these like smaller situations. But again, 1 to 3% of people you really can't do anything with. But I want to kick it to American Man real quick. What's good, bro?
What's up, Dylan? What's up?
One second, real quick. Shout out to Ice with that last $5 super chat. Thank y'all so much, man. The panel is wide open. Everybody's welcome except for BGS. Not the good BGS. Big Gay Stanley. Anyway, American Man, you got it.
Well, the one thing that was diabolical about them bringing up Pearl, which I knew, there's only one reason they brought Pearl up, was to say that you black men will follow women. She just has to be white. Because if you heard what she said, all I got to do is say what she say, and then you guys will listen.
Well, yeah, but they think that, but they can't really walk it through, because look at that exchange, right? I said when she first mentioned it, I told her, well, you have to be authentic, right? You have to act like you like me. And she was like, no, what the hell is that? Like, they can't do it, bro.
Yeah, well, but they got the same type of energy for Candace Owens, though.
Yeah, right. So I get that, but the problem again, like their point of bringing up Pearl was again to say that you black men want to follow a woman. You just want to follow a white woman. That's their point of bringing Pearl up.
True.
And so that's why I wouldn't have went down that road of even going down the Pearl road, because basically their entire thing is, yeah. You'll follow a woman. It's just got to be a white woman because, you niggas hate your mama. That was the whole reason for them saying that. They had no other.
On the other side of that, American man, right? They don't like the rejection of black female leadership, because in the selection of Pearl, there's a rejection of the black woman, and that's really at the heart of it. You're rejecting black female leadership. That makes you bad.
Right of first refusal.
All that's dumb. You know what's weird about that?
Well, I agree with that, right?
Hold 1 second.
I agree with that, right? Here's the thing. I reject all female leadership. And I think that was what was supposed to be conveyed, is that all female leadership is rejected.
True. And I'm not going to fight you on that at all, right? I didn't go down that road argumentation wise with them in that moment. And that's a, tactical decision. You can go a lot of different ways. I went the way I went, but that's totally valid, right?
Yeah, but that's not true. Or what's her
What's
name?
not true? No, what exactly is not true? Walk it through.
They're saying that you should reject all female leadership just because you're supposed to reject a white woman. Because what's her name got a career? Kendra G and it's a bunch of girls who sound like Kevin Samuels have a career, and nobody disses them.
Black
women. Hold on, Dirty.
I was looking at Kendra's channel yesterday, bro. She about to crack 1,000. I seen like 700 something people in her live the other day, bro. She's on her way, and so like they tripping. They just like to hate. That's all.
Hold on, Dirty. No one said. Hold on, Dirty. No one said that you should reject black female leadership. Well, all female leadership because you reject white women. You just reject all female leadership in general because that's not the way the world works. It has nothing to do with no other nationality of woman. You just reject that as the overall premise of living your life.
I think we all agree on that here, though. Like it's them that can't really detail. They can't work the details out. But I think we're not going to fight about that here, bro.
Yeah, we ain't fighting about that, bro. Unless I'm in the brothel because they don't have no clothes on. Whoever got the crown roll bag is the queen.
I want to correct something. I want to correct something. It's Crimson Cure I saw the other day that had like 700, because she's pretty much like red pill manosphere content, but she's a woman, and she kind of got like the Muslim thing going on. She got her little niche, and somewhere along the way she like hit a sponsorship. I think she got married over the years too. Like she hit her stride. And the other day, just a couple days ago, I saw her live with over 700 people in the chat. Crimson Cure is about to crack 1,000.
Nah, so YouTube's throttling her, bro.
At this point, she is bigger than Pearly Things right now. Pearly Things is kind of not really hitting her numbers because Pearly got kicked down. She got knocked down hard. Kendra's up right now. I mean,
Pearl got demonetized, and then because of the way she talks. And she's like, she's not as careful as she probably needs to be on the larger platforms. They kind of frown upon her and don't want the quote unquote message to spread.
Between the Black Hate and the JQ thing with Fuentes, she kind of kneecapped herself.
Yeah,
but YouTube is throttling Crimson Cure, bro. I've seen her at 1,000 at least a year ago. They're throttling.
I didn't know. I didn't know. Because I don't watch her on a regular. I'm just subscribed to her, so I see her here and there, and I'll click in for a second. But
no, you know what? I just wanted to say this. I came up here to say because Hood was talking about they butthurt about Pearly Things sounding like the jaded lover that talks about what you did October 16th, 1997. You know what I mean? It's worse than that. It's worse than that, bro. They sound like me talking about Mary J. Blige. Mary J. was my childhood crush. When I see Mary J. with a dude, I'm like, man, she with Eric Benet, man, fuck that nigga. Like I had a chance. I never met Mary. That's how they treat.
Why did that remind me of a movie? What black movie was that? Oh, he was in love with like a star or something. Oh man. Oh no, The Last Dragon. That was Bruce Leroy. Bruce fucking Leroy.
Damn.
Yeah, you talking about Vanity?
with the
Yeah,
glow.
man.
That's how the conversation happened. We was talking about Sheila E. and I threw in Mary J. He was like, "No, Sheila E. was a bona fide baddie." He was like, "Man," I was talking to a nigga from Brooklyn, of course. He was like, "Man, I didn't think Mary J. was that hot. She was a round the way girl." I said, "Man, I like Mary because I knew I could smash Mary. I saw Mary, my mouth start salivating like I could get her, but I couldn't get to her. So every time she got pregnant by KC or something, I'm like, damn, it's my shot." That's how they talk about Pearly. Like they got a shot with any of these Chicago girls. Shout out to all the Chicago girls. Kendra G.
It did. It did. The crazy thing is, the little brother watched his nerdy brother get with his crush, bro. Shit pissed him off so bad. You gonna get with this lame ass thing? The little brother was so mad, bro. That was so funny. He was the one who spotted her. He was watching her on TV every day. This nigga in the gym doing kung fu moves. He don't know nothing about her. Next thing
Yeah,
you know, the karate man stole his girl, bro.
yo, and you know what's mad funny about this little interchange just now on the whole Pearl tip? It's like they're like, oh well, she was getting popular doing these reactions. I'm like, she got some traction doing that, but it's not until she actually did something unique. I mean, you know how many reaction channels there are on YouTube? I mean,
Right. She
there's
was
a
in
bunch of
work for a long time.
yeah, there's a bunch of cats, man, doing reactions to Kevin Samuels. There's people still now doing reactions to Kevin Samuels. I
People
see a
react to
couple.
Yo, Kevin Samuels' channel is still alive, bro. Let me get
Yeah,
Mr. O real quick before we get back to this content.
I hate y'all chat talking about Mary. 1989 Mary was bad. We didn't know she was on coke. We didn't know she was a pass along. 1989 Real Love Mary was my crush, bro. You ain't gonna take that from me, B. 50-year-old Mary.
I think we judging Mary on a project curve. That's all that is. You know, we from the ghetto. She was bad. When you from the suburbs, she ain't shit.
Yeah.
Mr. O,
Yeah.
what up, man?
What's good, man? Hey, man. I just want to go ahead and say you got the patience of a kindergarten teacher to sit there and debate fucking Taz and what's his name? Sharon.
Sharon.
Either or, depends on how you feeling about him at the moment.
Sharon. Okay, Sharon. All right. So Sharon was Karen with Taz trying to go ahead and make the black woman as God, but supposedly Pearly Things put the white woman flux on them. Is that was the whole panel discussion was about?
More or less. I mean, it wasn't what the whole panel was about. They kept trying to bring Pearl up to like make the black manosphere like race traders or something weird. Like American Man said, like you don't want to be led by the black woman, but you'll be led by the white woman. Like that's kind of the weight of it.
These simp ass niggas, man. So they just can't let Keisha go. They just gotta be under Keisha. They just gotta be ruled by the beat up, huh? So
That's the point of my stream tonight. Like that's why I kind of went back and forth with these two panels with the same concept. Like you just love being preached at by women. Like when I was on the Sharon panel and she came up like these jail niggas is creative and you niggas ain't shit. I'm like, bro, you hear
see,
this?
and shout out to Truism in the chat. He even put it. He said, "I bet this shit is from Chicago." And I said, "You know what? I wouldn't put it past her. The way she was talking, the way she was disrespectful. That's a typical Midwest chick. She might not be from Chicago, but she has the aesthetic of a Chicago bitch. You know what I'm saying?"
Who you talking about?
The chick right there in the top right corner, second to
She is loud and masculine like a Chicago chick. You ain't.
Oh yeah, she definitely project all the way.
So
True. She
everything
also
she
like
was
joined them
regurgitating
niggas
to
group
you,
chats and shit. She like became a part of them niggas like clubs or whatever, so she could actually get the game
Yo,
from the
why her
source. You
face
know what I
like
mean?
that though, B?
I don't know, man. She
no,
have
I
a
I
don't
didn't
know.
have
Baltimore
to
face
do
though.
that.
Look, she
You
kind
said
of got a
Baltimore
Baltimore looking
face.
face though, man.
I hate the phrase, bro. Oh, my Baltimore face, and I feel like I know what you mean, and I hate that.
She got a Baltimore face, but she got a Chicago attitude. Like if I wasn't looking at her, bro, and just heard her voice, I could see Detroit. I could see Midwest.
I mean, doesn't she have like the universal B dub
No,
thing
no, no.
going
No,
on?
no. She
See,
she got the
Okay.
inbred look, bro. She got the down south inbred. I sleep with my third cousin because I don't go to family reunions. Look,
yeah.
But she got a Midwest swag though.
Mississippi look.
That's crazy. I mean, I'm glad you guys see the difference. I just see and hear Universal B Dub.
Yeah, that's that great migration though, man. You know what I'm saying? They moved around.
Like put him on, and then everything went crazy for a while.
And you can tell by her eyes she offers
That's
some
not
type
my
of
point. I really
type
don't
of
care. You
substance
can dress
that
her
in
up as
eyes she go.
whatever you want her to be. The problem I have is that y'all up here, those of you who believe that she cared about black men, when
That's
every
crazy.
time,
I can't
every
believe this.
fucking time,
Like
even
niggas
to
is still
my
saying this shit.
dismay.
It's crazy.
Brothers gone, need something, need some help. You go all over Instagram, black men saying, "Thank you, baby. Y'all my biggest supporters." Bop, bop, bop. Yes, there are men like y'all out here spreading these wild rumors that men don't like women.
And there are a ton of
Because
black
you're
female
turning
content
us
creators that make the same content
into
as well.
objects. We are objects to you.
Kendrick G
We are
make
objects
worse.
to breed your ugly
Yeah,
kids
they out here now.
and to
They out
financially
here on
abuse
deck,
us.
Omni.
And that's what they
These
want to
bitches
do.
crazy.
And
But they're
y'all
not
laughing
gonna
with
open
it.
up the way that they
Hold
do
on,
Y'all
black
hold on, hold on.
fooling with
Wait,
it
pause,
now.
pause.
But
Hold
you're
on,
playing.
hold on. Can you go back a minute
Great
though?
pause
What this
game, by
is?
the way. Great freeze frame. I'm glad you pointed right there, Hood. Now go ahead, Dirty. I'll let you go first.
No, I'm gonna let American
But
Man
not,
go
not
first.
I was talking.
Can you just go back a second and tell me what she said? Breed your what? Because this is the weird part. Like they say all of this as if they care about black men, but when you listen, you could hear the real hatred that comes out.
They eat it up too, though. It's the men on the
Even
panel that
even,
eat it up. That's what cracks me up. Like y'all
even
don't hear
worse
the
than that.
hate.
Even worse than that. Everything she's saying, Pearly, that black men are or are not after they listen to Pearly things, right? Black men not helping other black men. Black men ain't putting other niggas on, which is not true. Like men in general always put men on. It's black women and human resources don't hire men.
Bingo.
But with all that being said, when you look at Pearly's staff, it's all black men. When you look at her crew of girls, half of them black women. She feeds more black people than black women do with kids. Because girls don't feed their kids, ramen noodles
The
on
white woman gets the black man out of more jams than Keisha could ever put him in.
No, I don't know about. Keisha could put you in a lot of jams.
But
But
Hey, Maria running up close second, man, because we got a new Maria trying to get Tory Lanez out of jail, man.
Yeah.
Tell you, it's not the white women you need to watch out for. It's the Latin women. They know the way, man.
Oh
they
yeah,
know the way.
them two. They work hand in hand. See, Becky and Marisol, they working hand in hand to free the black man, because saying they want to feel the black man.
I gotta point out a little caveat in that though. So it works to his advantage now. But you remember, like there was like 2 months ago when she introduced that bill to get her and those other the other two Hispanic chicks to do that paternal leave or whatever.
I played
Like
that for y'all.
yeah, like so this is her way of kind of getting back in good graces.
Well,
Somewhat.
conservative feminism is a thing. We got to deal with that on another note. But let me get back to the clip, man.
And to
They out
financially
here on
abuse
deck,
us.
Omni.
And that's what they
These
want to
bitches
do.
Financially,
But
Y'all
they're not
laughing
gonna
with
open
it.
up the way that they
Y'all
do.
Like,
feeling bold with it now.
But did you
Your
hear?
boy
well, like
ain't on
Pearly
shit.
said,
Yo, can you
like
go
Pearly
back
said,
just
slavery
like
wasn't that bad.
45 seconds?
Exactly. So why should us
They
answer
out,
your prayer, man,
I can't
Right
every
believe
there.
this.
That should be good.
fucking time?
Like
Even
niggas
to
is still
my
saying this shit.
dismay.
It's crazy.
Brothers gone, need something, need some help. You go all over Instagram, black men saying, "Thank you, baby. Y'all my biggest supporters." Bop, bop, bop. Yes, there are men like y'all out here spreading these wild rumors that
But those channels are probably most likely the channels that like cater to women. Like, of course,
Oh,
those
of
are your biggest
course.
supporters.
Dr. Umar.
Yeah.
men don't like women.
And there are a ton of
Donation.
Because
black
you're
female
turning
content
us
creators that make the same
into
content as well.
objects. We are objects to you. We are objects to breed your ugly kids.
Yeah, they out here now.
And
Pause it
to
right there.
financially
Pause it
abuse
right
us.
there.
Pause right there. Well, how is it our ugly kids when you want the kid, they steal it? It's your
They're
kids.
not
Do you-
our
do
ugly
you-
kids, so that's crazy.
Yo, do you hear that? Now, We support y'all tooth and nail, and we do it all for y'all. And you ugly niggas too, and your ugly kids. Oh, okay.
We even have your ugly
Okay.
babies. Oh man, she is really hurt. Who
But
ugly
Yeah.
you know,
babies
but
Look
has
at the
for a
eyes,
nigga, man?
Chico. Look at the eyes. The eyes, man, the soul is gone. You know what I'm saying?
She,
They glossed over. She probably high off that good side and probably drunk off that Hennessy.
She
no,
has
but
an
let me
ugly
tell you,
baby for a nigga, and she ain't never gonna forgive him for that.
she
Hey,
looked
but
she
like
called the whole bunch of
I'm tired,
babies.
boss. She got that whole look about her.
Hey,
but
I'm
you,
I
tired, bro.
guarantee you, a lot of dudes had turned her mouth into a daycare, and they turned her eyes into a playpen. I know the look, I
Hey,
know
hey,
the face.
hey, true hype. Are ugly babies heavier?
I mean, it's a burden, man. It's a burden.
yo, yo, but let me, but all jokes aside, what she's saying is, I'm standing behind y'all when I could be having Brad's blue-eyed kids with good hair. That's what she's really saying.
But she can't.
But she can't though. She
I
can't
know,
though.
right?
She
Listen,
don't
we
have,
know she can't, but they believe they have access to Brad.
Man, look,
I
yeah,
mean,
look.
They got access to any penis. Look, penis is not racist. There is no racist penis on earth, bro.
I mean,
I'm
you
just
do know
saying.
they. I'm
nah,
just
nah, nah. That's not true, Dirty. John Mayer said in an interview like about 8 years ago that
Yeah,
his joint was a white supremacist. He actually said that in an interview.
yeah.
Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone.
Generally speaking, though, bro, like it's a lot of people that hate whatever. The most pro black dudes got white girls, bro. Look, I'm not judging a man by the words or action of a woman. That's not
oh,
how
that's
life
different.
works. So, like, sleep with who you want to sleep with. You know how I say I don't trust any man that's married to a black woman.
Oh yeah,
This is the type of stuff I'm talking about. Look at a black man married to a non-black woman. She ain't got to be white. She could be Asian, Latino, whatever, right? His whole staff is black. He going back to Morehouse, paying for student loans. Man, he giving $30,000 at the gas station in Chicago just for poor people. Like, when you're not with a black woman, you could be your greatest you, whatever you are. You could be the greatest you. You ain't got to be a phenomenal person. You could just be a dude with decent credit living in Iowa or Appleton, Wisconsin, with a white girl. You with a black girl, you gonna battle everything all your life because you really dealing with a stripper, a nigga with a vagina. That her whole life is to make sure that your life ain't nothing, so she could
that's
say she
right.
could do bad by herself.
That's right. That's right.
And it's funny they get so far afield. Like, so the original topic was Travis Hunter got married to his college girlfriend. Did he make a mistake? Like, come on, man. Everybody knows he made a mistake. He didn't get no prenup either, allegedly.
He
Come
could.
on, man. Like, everybody see this play going, man.
Look, we did all we could. He seen the roasting. He seen all the videos about her going to other dudes parties, being other niggas videos. This nigga was waiting in a damn car at the damn party. Look, you cannot help a dude like that until he hits rock bottom. Until she takes his ass to divorce court, you know she gonna have at least one or
Well,
two kids up out of him before that's happened.
let me
So she
let me
gets
ask you a
child.
question.
Go ahead.
Is she like light skinned and mixed, or is she straight up Latina?
She's mixed because her dad's black.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'm curious because I was gonna ask, like, so, like, if she was black, would they be
So she
saying something
black.
different? Do you think?
So she
Yeah,
black.
she's black enough. So, all right, yeah, we're gonna skip that whole question.
But dad, like
Okay.
she,
So
what
Well,
was
well, actually, I don't
Mhm.
know if that's the stepdad or if that's her biological father. Now that I'm thinking about it, because she is like really light for him to be that dark.
I think we all know. Come on now, guys. How much have we seen? We know that if she was black, there would be no backlash. Let's not. Come on, guys. Let's not do this.
Well,
We
that's
all
why
know
I
the
raised the
reality.
question at all, right? Because I'm wondering if there's a
yes,
little
it
bit of
would. It could be a
hating
colorist
going on.
thing. It could be a colorist what's in that. She could be a look, she could do the Mariah Carey thing. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of chicks want to go ahead and sing Mariah Carey songs, but they deep down hate that light skinned one be a fake black bitch. They hate her because you know what I'm saying.
which?
She got
Oh,
But
I
women
thought you
hate
were gonna say
everything.
married a white man for money and then married a black dude for something else. I don't know.
It don't matter, bro. Because when they with white dudes or Latino dudes, they still say black men don't take care of their kids. Look at what's her name? I'm about to say Remedy. Tragedy.
Happened
What's her
Remy.
name? Oh, what's her name,
Remy,
bro?
who's the Remy?
No. On the YouTubery. Tyranny.
Oh,
Tyranny
Tyranny.
got
Oh
Tyranny
God.
got 3 kids by a
Oh,
Latino talking about black men don't take care of their kids.
Tragedy.
yeah. She was on Fantastic's joint. Hood, you was there.
Yes.
Yeah, I got a video on my channel reviewing that, and then you know what's funny? Tyranny came in and left a comment about that too. I actually told her you're welcome to come up anytime. We're not gonna be mean to you, Tyranny.
Yo, that
Like,
was pretty wild, man. It's like she's like, yeah, basically like it's the cycle going on. She completes the cycle instead of breaking the cycle. It's
here's
wild, man.
no, but that's because she got clothes on. Look, the issue isn't what women hate, because women hate everything, like kids hate vegetables. The problem is men that listen to women with clothes on. They're the danger, right? I'm not afraid of this goofy Baltimore bitch with a Detroit voice. I'm not scared of her. I would be scared of Scam Likely, like you the dude that I have to air out. Cause she gonna send you out because she's a professional fight promoter.
Yep.
I gotta worry
You know
about
what's so
niggas
interesting about
What?
sorry, Dirty. You know what's interesting about this little dynamic, like the dichotomy between these two conversations, right? If y'all watch what was happening on Fantastic's panel, and I was there too with Tyranny, and we were
I was
all in the
there
same
too.
interaction together.
I was there too, Hood.
And listen to the type of interaction that happens over on the Freezy channel, on Sharon's channel. Fantastic and myself, everybody that was on the Fantastic kind of panel, we were inquisitive, questioning, suspicious even, because I know I was suspicious when she was talking that DV stuff. I asked flat out, like, so was he straight up abusing you or was y'all fighting? Because I know that they were talking about, oh, because the Mexican men, them Latin men, that's just how they do. And I'm like, yeah, but typically you only got to hit her once, right? You was fighting, you know what I'm saying? Like that's really what was going on. You was really trying to give it up. But I asked her that question flat out, and she rejected the question, like, I'm not gonna, like, nah. And I was like, you know what, that's fine, you got that. But that was my answer. He wasn't proud. I don't know that he was straight up raw abusive the way she says, because a woman can say that word and it means what she wants it to mean, not necessarily what actually happened, right? And so again, I'm suspicious. Or when she was talking about her husband, she said, I'm bad, I got me a 27-year-old husband, right? So how is a 27-year-old husband in a leadership position? You got 3 kids, you 35.
Bro.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
wild,
man.
man.
All
Bro.
ex-boyfriends are abusive. I've never seen there's 2 things I've never seen, right? A girl who said, yo, the last relationship breakup was my fault, and a girl who told me that her ex-boyfriend wasn't abusive. They go hand in hand.
Look, Charlie Baltimore over here, right? She even mentioned on this joint while Hood was playing earlier that financial abuse. I'm like, so anybody to make a little bit more money than you is financially abusive now? Is that how that
Emotional
go?
abuse. I told her no.
Emotional
I'm
abuse, that's the
emotionally
new
abusive.
one. That's the new one. He be
I'm
saying these shit to me.
Yeah, meanwhile, she be like, if she was a sword, man, you be all hacked up, man. You know what I'm saying? You be like a Knight's Quest, man. You like getting your arm chopped off, like just the way she be talking to you.
Trying
Because
to tell you,
you
man, she
can't tell
wasn't
me,
abusive. I get killed in this house, bro.
you cannot tell me she ain't throwing some hot grits on somebody, man.
Well, here's the thing, right? Financial abuse, emotional abuse, and verbal abuse, that can all be summed up to one thing: structure.
Oh, I thought you.
I agree, man.
Yeah.
I agree. Because all that is whippings, timeouts, taking an allowance. So if you do anything to discipline your toddler, it's
Right.
abuse.
Let's tie it together because y'all both right. It's not just structure. It's not just discipline your toddler. It's a man imposing these things. Because a woman doing that, nobody blinks. When a man introduces discipline, when a man wants to impose some order over his toddlers, Oh, now we got to go talk to the court.
But here's the crazy thing: a man is able to do this. Is how much black people want slavery. The logo can do it, right? Because if you're 6 minutes late for work and I write you up, that's why you're trying to be on time. You ain't on time for nothing in your life, short, but you're on time for work, right? You'll take the penalty. You'll take the suspensions. You'll take all the timeouts because of the logo. You'll never meet the president. When I tell guys like, let me be the human resources in your relationship, and dudes be laughing, I'm like, yo, bro, you really need me. You really need to be talking to Keisha. Be like, yo, you better chill before I call dirty folks, man.
You know, you and I have been talking about this for a while. Like, it's not a bad product per se, but it has to be packaged and shipped correctly. And so, like, when I'm over on this panel here, nobody even tried to walk us down into this type of conversation of direct DV, which I would have never even engaged the way you and I would engage with the conversation right here and now because of where I'm at with them, right? And so that's why I'm making it about power and, you know, vague concepts that imply the proper order, but they're already going to try to, in their mind, they're going to connect me with abuse and violence and all that anyway. So I don't want to let myself get walked into that too willingly. No, it's power and order.
When did I become the face of DV, bro? When did that happen? I blame Izzy. When did I become the YouTube
That's
face
exactly
of DV?
when it happened. I was there. You was there.
No,
we
no,
was
like
back to back holding it down, and it's just we went too far, man. Sometimes you've gone too far, Biggs.
no, you know what it is. Anybody that brings it up because everybody dances around it. Anybody that brings it up, they just automatically assume that that's a nuclear option. And anybody's willing to have a nuclear option is willing to use the nuclear option. You know, all things
You know,
being
it's
the
funny.
same.
I remember right after that show happened, I went back to like catch the I was gonna comment on it after it happened, and this nigga edited the whole section out. I'm like, this sucker ass nigga, bro. We was cooking. This is the best DV conversation you ever had on Black YouTube. This nigga erased it. All right, anyway, all right, I'm done.
Well,
That's what they want to
real quick.
do.
But then
Y'all
that
live
girl,
with it.
hold on, what you want? What you want?
Well, real quick. Here's the thing with DV, right? I don't remember if it was 19 or 20. There was a stat that came out that said DV is initiated 90 something percent by women.
By when?
Now, couple that with a woman could duff you out 30 times. You push
In
her,
public.
hold on, right? You push her and she fall after she duffed you out 30 times. Don't they always have that look on their face?
Yep.
I can't, right? Always have that look, and
Let
therefore you're an abuser.
me read
And
this out to you. From 1976 to 1987. And this is my sweet little childhood right there. This is what I was born into. This is why I am the way that I am. And I'm proud to be my father's son because I won't never let you bitches get me. From 1976 to 1987, statistics show that more black men were killed by their spouses than black women. Okay, for a good 10-year run. From 1976 to 1987, that's, you know, a little bit close to 11 years maybe.
That's baby boomer women right there, and some
But they deserved it. I know who my mama was.
Look. A study of IPV, that's interpersonal violence, between 1993 and 1998 found black men were victimized at a rate 62% higher. Not at a 62% rate. We are 62% higher, more than half, right? We get almost double what the white man gets, basically.
This is how crazy that is, right?
2.5 times than all other racial groups. Okay,
so when you think about the black, think about this, to the black male face of domestic violence is O.J. Simpson, and that was a white one. But everybody, when they talk about DV, they talk about them grits. I ain't even got to say who happened to. Who got the high grits? Everybody know. So
Grizzing.
Nah, when she hit me, y'all laugh. When I defend myself, y'all fight me.
Yeah, but like we done seen the man. There's countless videos on the internet. I just watched one like probably an hour before you went live, Hood, where the dude's driving. He's probably going about 50 miles an hour. He was speeding down, like he was going faster than probably 20 miles an hour. and the chick's trying to like punch him in the face while he's driving, trying to choke him
Yeah.
while he's driving.
Bro, I put a chick out on the side of Lakeshore Drive, man, right on Irving Park Ave, nigga, because she was doing that. I'm doing
Yeah, but
45, 50 on curves.
Yeah, we
Get
got
out.
this in 4K though. We got this all in 4K, and then people are trying to tell us, don't believe your lying eyes. Women can't do that much damage anyway. Even if she can't do that much damage,
Nah,
you
you
know
a
what I'm
man.
saying?
You supposed to take it. You built for this. You
Yeah,
were built for
that's
taking
trash,
women's
man.
abuse, bro. Black people think masculinity means taking a woman's abuse.
Yep.
Well, no, not
That's
just black
it.
people, not just black people though, because I had a back and forth with a chick, and she ended up agreeing with me. You know what I'm saying? That she's like she was trying to like tacitly agree. Like I showed her, I commented on a video, a white dude getting hammer fist in the face by his little girlfriend, and he's like, "You're hitting me," and then he hits her, and she just like disappears, like off screen. And
Let me
then
get back to the real quick.
didn't have to hit her that hard.
With it now, because your boy
Well, like
ain't
Pearly said, slavery wasn't that bad.
exactly. So why should us, this beautiful Adonis of a white woman, and all of
Wait,
her,
what?
you know, learnings and understandings of the long history of pain that black men went through. You know what? It made me want to get off
Adonis
this
is a
right
male.
now, go
Right.
talk to her, and just thank
I
her
forget what
so
she
much.
said exactly though.
Hey,
What did she say?
you know what's so
Ain't
crazy
something
though?
about
Y'all really
She
need
said
to.
roots
Y'all need
wasn't.
niggas to think about slavery so that we can keep pledging our allegiance to this hostile woman who don't want no peace with us. Like, ain't no
What
way, bro. You
who?
can keep the
Who?
listen to yourself. Oh yeah, we're at this part now. I have to explain the race black woman theory.
Who's hostile? Who's hostile?
I'm
Me?
yeah, I'm confused.
Is it you?
Who's trying to
Dad?
force niggas to acknowledge
You
slavery?
heard, I said what I said, and y'all heard it exactly right.
Well, why couldn't
Right.
you
So
just?
so you
I
think?
asked you.
Well, wait.
Why are you mad?
Well, I
Okay.
want to know. Do you think the acknowledgement of slavery is about black women? Because I would say the reason why someone like
No, it's
myself
a
who would
hook,
think that
bro.
okay, but that's history. That's American history. That did happen, and that's more relevant to white people as opposed to black women. I don't know how you swinging black women into it as if they weren't slaves too.
Right.
Like I said, we're gonna always keep talking about slavery, so we can always keep pledging our allegiance to these women who don't agree with us. They don't support us. They on their own mission.
There you
They don't
go.
care about our
How
problem.
does
You
slavery?
listen.
But
If you
how does
address your
slavery put
problem
you
with
at
her
odds?
plainly and directly, they don't care. Oh, what say what?
I dare you travel back in time and
No,
whistle
I don't
down
understand
the
You
what you're
haven't
back,
saying
asked.
man.
because
Yeah,
Nigga,
you
we
haven't
not
asked
back in
the two
time.
women
Well,
up
I'm only
here.
only
Pause
going
real
to
you
fight the
making it
battles in
sound like
front of me. I'm not
slavery
going to
leads
fight the
you.
battles
I can't
behind me.
How
stand
does
these steps in these bitches.
Pause
how
real
does
quick.
slavery?
Pause real quick.
I swear to
I'm gonna give you a
God.
better argument for the slavery thing, and you can rebrand it because I know I'm harsh, right? You can rebrand what I'm about to say. Slavery was the act of free labor, right? That's what slavery was, right? You're doing a job for minimal wages, right?
The minimalist of wages.
No, there was a slave wage. So it's not they did not get paid. They just didn't get paid a living wage. They got paid in accommodations. They got Sunday
Room and
off.
board, basically. You got a
Right,
couple of extras. You might get a fiddle or something.
right, a quarter here and there.
The big
But
piece
so
of chicken.
it was an act of labor, though, right? Show me any place USA where women, not even just black women, but especially black women, don't try to sleep with the boss to get off work 2 hours early and then try to get her male
Bro.
co-workers to do a job for her.
Bro.
Slavery
And
was no different. This is one to one. Now, they were sleeping with the boss, so they didn't have to do nothing.
Hey, what was Don Johnson's character name in Django? I say no more.
Don John.
Oh, I forgot that. What was his name? I know the character. Cause they was that's when they blew up the little wagon with the
That
tooth
wasn't
thing on the
Candyman,
top.
was it?
They had
Was that
Clan
Candyman?
Ride.
No,
Now
that was
Candyman was the
DiCaprio.
main character.
That
That was
DiCaprio.
Candy Land, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
But
What
no,
was
I
that?
forget. Yeah, but they was the Clan Riders. Don Johnson led the Clan
Big
raid.
Daddy. It was
Right.
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy.
Big
There you
Daddy.
go. Big Daddy. Oh, shut up, Snowman. What's good, bro?
What's good, my guy? What's good, man? Look, I'll tell you what. I like going in places where I'm not, generally welcome, and people aren't all that necessarily cordial either. but I don't know how you deal with fucking stupid for as long as you do.
Bars.
For real, dude, because this isn't just ninja shit.
It's an
This
art.
is stupid toddler stuff that you're talking about. And it's
an
going
art.
right over everyone's head. Like, here's the point, and everyone's right underneath it.
Well, like I said, if I wasn't literally driving an automobile for like the vast majority of these conversations, I'd probably be on my own channel talking about much better things. But you know, this kills the time on a long ride. And
Hey, you know what else
look at
kills
the
the time
great content it provides. Look at the togetherness it provided for us here. You know what I mean? This is why I do it, for us.
Right. But all it does is expose that. Look, it's like you said earlier. That's why black supremacy is never going to be a thing, ever, because no supremacist takes their orders from a woman. A woman is literally, a woman has been literally perfectly built to be nothing more than a slave to a man.
Bars.
Thank you.
Snowman, were you listening when I made that exact argument? I was over on. I got to get my soundboard back too. You know, you just made me think about that. But no, I was over at what's that guy? Q Butter, right? Because you know, Q Butter, he kind of does like the John Galt thing. All day streaming with everybody up there.
Pause, bro. You gotta say pause.
That's his name, yo. Q-U-E.
I watch him from time
Maybe
to time
it's K
too.
Butter, like it's Mexican. It's K Butter.
I watch him from time to time too, Hood.
But no, I was over there, and I haven't been over there in a while because they're even worse than this group. They're like, you know, that's a bunch of the 3% I really can't do much with. But I was over there one time, and they were talking. This is why I clicked the link, because it was the topic I couldn't avoid. Right? Should black people be more racist?
Wow. Imagine if I started a stream and it said, should white people be more supremacist?
You're not allowed. Even with me side by side, you're not allowed, bro. I can't do
we would be shut down in a matter of 3 minutes.
They shut you down, man.
Bro, I slide down on you. Just use the soundboard and be like, that's right.
But look. So they're talking about, you know, other ethnicities and all that, obviously. But then I pointed out, just like you said, bro, you niggas can't be racist because you're feminist. How you gonna be a racist that you listen to your girl? Right. Racists don't listen to their women, bro. I literally, that exact argument you said, I pitched it real time, live on the spot. Like I never even thought about it before I was confronted with it. I'm like, you niggas can't do racism.
Racists don't give a shit what the dude. A racist will slap the dog shit out of his old lady for opening her mouth.
Girls won't let you. You try to be racist, the girl gonna come back with a white baby.
Hey, but get this, what they for, right? Culling their own people, whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna be a superior race, but you allowing all these people to, like, you know, thin your numbers? You know what I'm saying? Just from
all these people, dude, they're thinning their numbers. No one else is doing it but them.
No, that's what I'm saying. Though.
You letting your woman destroy your soldiers, bro. You suck at race war.
Not only is she's killing off your kids before they're born, then she's poisoning you. That way you go sterile and can't get her pregnant again.
Oh, hey, on the back of that, Hood. Who's being hostile?
Oh, bro, they don't know what hostility. See, they think it's only hostility if she's actually openly calling you a bitch and yelling and cursing, raising. They think that's hostility. No, my friend. Hostility starts way before that. You gotta nip that shit in the bud.
Hostility is the fact I still got to deal with your fucking bitch ass. Right? That's hostility.
You're talking with clothes on. I feel violated.
Hey, I would argue that they know.
To what Dirty says, though, if you employ that tactic, dude, my marriage has never been better.
I'm trying to tell you, man. You're welcome.
I'm serious, dude. I only have serious conversations when she's naked, and our marriage has been tip top.
You have to at least strip down to a negligee to get me to listen.
Absolutely,
man.
You gotta let at least one of them nipples slip out, man. That way I can be sitting there tweaking on it while you're talking to me.
Yeah, you can talk. I'm not gonna listen, but you can talk. Talk all you want. Huh?
You can add this to your jacket. You don't pay women to annoy you. So if she want to continue having a roof over her head and some bingo money or anything like that, she better not annoy you. You'll have
when I told dudes charge her $40 for an argument like she charged you $40 for sex, nobody understood me. I said, this is what she wants. She don't care about her body. She put anything in her coochie. Bro, she care about the arguments.
Right. You think they argue with you because
cares about you telling her she's right.
arguing is an activity in itself, bro. Like men don't really
It
get that
raises your
about
blood
women.
pressure as you get older. No, we's not
Yeah, I'm
strong.
not. Yeah, no, I'm not with it. But like, no, that's how women look at it. Like it's an
No, it's like
activity. They don't give a
playing
shit about
Monopoly
the
for
point.
women.
No, but they think, oh, he likes the challenge. Like, no.
No. Well, you know what? You know what?
No.
You know what though? They're not wrong because look at who I've been talking to all day, right?
Those aren't
They're
men,
not
dude. Those are
wrong.
women dressed in men
Nah, but
clothes.
they been
I'm not saying
conditioned
they're
to
men or
accept
not,
it.
but this is what's out there. Like, so
No.
she knows she knows her audience. You feel me?
Yeah, but they're conditioned to accept it. That don't mean they like it. Because the second they get different treatment, they don't know how to act. They're
No, them
like, oh,
motherfuckers, you know they like it because that's the only time their peen ever gets touched.
Well, that's why they chase white women away, or any non-black woman. It's why, like, when you see on Lapice, what was that little like Arabian chick they had on Lapice for a while?
Amara.
Bro, she's like a Christian Arab or something like that. Like, bro, they hate her.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
she's
absolutely
like
hate her.
sweet and innocent or whatever, but they hate her.
They hate her. You think they hate her more than they hate you just playing PlayStation, being happy by yourself?
Yeah, they hate anyone that's lifting up a black man. Period. If we're talking about black women, women don't give a fuck if you ain't sitting and dogging on the black man like they are, and then trying to pull the reverse psychology and convince them that they're not doing it, that they're supporting them. Then you ain't on their time.
Hey, Snowman, let's talk about this Pavlovian response that you brought up earlier, man. It's like they argue with the dude, then they touch on him, so they confusing them. You know what I'm saying?
You know what that is? It literally, it's a control mechanism.
Right.
Well,
I
in that way
when
that
you're happy,
they do it
I
that way that
control
the
when you're
man.
sad, and I reward you with sex.
Well, they do it too. That way, they can get these men to actually believe that they're sexual deviants, man, because they're trying to get it to where they correlate sex with violence.
Trauma bonding.
There you go.
Trauma. There you go. Trauma bonding.
Trauma bonding. Let's get back to the clip.
Because sex and violence do kind of go together. But trauma.
Yeah, but they run it into a dark place, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So they want you to pretend like you're raping them while they're literally sitting there.
Yeah, bro.
Monetize. Come on.
My bad.
I'm not saying white women probably had our back more in slavery. They taught us how to read.
No. Stop. I am not saying that slavery put us at odds. I am saying slavery and the
Did you just now say white women had our back doing slavery, my nigga?
I know, nigga. Stop.
Wow.
Pastor, stop helping me, bro. I got this, bro. You know, we not on the same team, Pastor. You be wilding.
I don't trust Pastor.
You know what?
Man, they'll say anything.
I'm talking about the rest of the night. I don't give a fuck about what you talk.
This is why internet is
just now said that white woman, the same motherfucker that you couldn't even look at, helped us out doing slavery is asinine, bro. Fuck out of here.
They were the abolitionists.
Who do you think taught the slaves how to read, though? You think it was one of the men?
Yeah, because there was a stock and a plethora of black people that were free that were giving a fuck about any of the slaves.
Hey, also, did you ever hear the stories about the the women, the black women that own their husbands, and then would like kind of get into a fight and then sell them off?
I mean, that went in both directions, to be fair. Like, one time a son sold his own father. Like, niggas was just ruthless, bro.
I would sell my father.
Well, hold on.
I'd sell my dad too, but I don't think I'd get much in return.
Well, Hood, did you actually say that, or is that just them projecting?
No, I'm not scared. I'm not capping. There's like a journal of like the slave narratives during that time, and like people were buying and selling, and there was this one black guy. Don't ask me his name, but he went around documenting the stories of like black people during slavery, like particular like the slave ownership and the hows and whys. And once he started asking questions about why you did this, so like some guy, he would find his dad or whatever, like a young man, he'd be free, and his dad is still enslaved on such and such plantation, and so he would buy his dad because that's his dad, right? But then you and your dad have a little argument, have a falling out. And I'm like, I know this fucking slave ain't talking shit to me in my house, nigga. $50. Who
down the road? I know this
like, it's real. I'm telling you, it's real, bro.
No. The question I'm asking is, did you actually say to them on that panel, white women helped black men?
No, Pastor said that. Pastor said
right.
that.
So that's why I'm like, They're just projecting all of this onto you because
Yeah.
you pointed out that this chick was hostile to them, which they know she is, but they can't admit it because then they won't get laid.
Well,
And
real quick though, I would like to point out that you're giving your accolades to the wrong direction. You should be thanking white men for white women helping black men, because if it wasn't for white men, white women wouldn't exist.
You
I'm still gonna
really
give credit
want
to
credit
white.
for that?
No.
You know what? That's the in-house problem. Y'all gonna have to deal with that among
No.
yourselves.
I'm gonna help my maker out. I'm gonna help my maker out.
Hey, if they can be pro black and lose all sight of anything that has to do with reality, then I can do it and be pro white.
No. You still give credit to what? You still give credit to.
I don't have to, dude. Being pro black makes anything logical.
No, I'm not talking about the pro. I'm not talking about the pro crayon part. I'm talking about the credit. You still give credit to white women because white women made you do it. I had a talk with a white man who put his daughter in Boy Scouts, and I said, "Why would you do that?" Oh, you know, me and my wife decided. Look, women
That's
will
not
make
a white man. That's a pussy. He's a black.
Yeah, well, y'all the biggest.
Well, how you think we got here, though? That's what I'm saying, bro. They would disobey us so hard.
But you're blaming blacks or whites for things that blacks did now.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that
you are, because that was not a white man if he's listening to his wife.
But wait, he's still a liberal.
Oh,
Look,
see, no. See,
you're not gonna get out that little.
Yeah, man.
He's trying to do that okie doke shit, Hood.
Yeah. You can't be just reclassifying like they did with the gingers, man. Come on.
Right. Oh, he's not white because he's a bitch. No, stop.
No, that's exactly it, though.
That.
Hey, just like you say that you're not black because you don't act all ratchet, man. I'm telling you, we need to start our own classification, because if that's the case, then I'm not white because I don't act like these other
people
white
already do that, but there's a price that comes with it. You have to be in the billionaire white man's club to play that game, bro.
If we just get rid of the majority below the bell curve, you know, right next Forrest Gump, we all be fine. But no, y'all call them cool, y'all call them lit, y'all want to fuck them because they're easy and dumb on both genders. You know what I'm saying? So we just stuck with these people.
You know,
you guys mess around with fat bitches so much that they actually think they're hot now.
Hey, I second the white man.
Trying to divide white people more at a time when they're trying to come together and erase those invisible barriers, man.
Yeah, you racist.
Go back to the days when fat women realized that they were mopeds like they are.
That was just 2010.
That's weak men messing up the marketplace. That's across the gender, or not the gender, but the racial gap.
Yeah, hold on. Let's get back to the clip.
Niggas say anything, bro. That was crazy.
I just wondering how they
and they want.
I
want y'all to address this question, bro.
And they wonder why black women are out of control that they complain about.
Outside of slavery,
this is why.
Damn is such a fucking feminist.
What else can you use to emotionally shame me to get back in line?
Bro, I don't even. It don't even matter, bro. At this point, your brain
I want to answer
up,
that,
bro.
though.
The fact that you just said, bro,
why do
your
you
brain
think
too
somebody
fucked up
wanna
to even
shame
worry
you?
about a goddamn black. What a black woman doing? What a
on.
black woman doing is the last thing you need to be worried about. You need to take your ass back to school, back to goddamn social studies, goddamn. I don't know what the heck.
Answer the question, though.
Your brain
I know I'm stupid.
my guy.
But
Bro, ask the question again.
Outside of bringing up slavery, outside of bringing up, because we talk about the manosphere with Pearly things. It's because she white. We talk about the white manosphere. They racist, right? Everything is to bring up slavery and racism. Outside of slavery, what can you use to keep me in line?
Okay, why do you? So I want to understand the context of what you're saying. Because if you're just saying emotional events, you got Tulsa, you got Lynch, you got a whole bunch of quote unquote emotional ties. You should have
more slavery stuff. Yeah, racism. Same. It's the same thing. More racism outside of the race war. What can you use to keep me in line?
Okay, and so now we need to understand what you mean when you say keep you in line. Because if you want to detach from your people, just fucking detach, nigga. Nobody's trying to.
You don't
llama beef from Ohio.
The fact that I'm pointing out these problems, and so it's like, well, racism. Never mind those problems. Racism. I'm like, all right, fine. Outside of the racism, what else can you do to make me forget about all these real issues?
What are the real issues you're referring to that are bigger than?
Oh my God,
dude, he needs to quit with that.
Hold on one second, Pastor. Hold on.
Let's deal with family court. My bad.
Okay. Hold on one second. Shout out to CMC. Thank you for your $10 super cap. He said, a little something for your stream, dog. I appreciate you. And shout out to my sister, Conversations with MJ for the 25 ball. She said, have a great show, Freezy. Salute. Keep up the great work ethic. Shout out to you, MJ. Make sure y'all subscribe to MJ's channel, hit that notification bell. MJ is the initial sponsor of tonight's show. To be a co-sponsor or official sponsor, it's only $25 or more.
Did you
close the door? So yes, family court is bigger than racism. I
Yo,
think
hold
so.
on, hold on, hold
I
on.
think
Pause it.
racism. I think racism is.
That's part. Did you hear what he said? He said there was lynching, there was Jim Crow. These are the emotional ties you should have.
Yeah, that's why I move right past it, because it's all the same thing. Slavery, racism, it's all the forevolution. It's all the race war, the never-ending race war.
Well,
And
well,
he
no,
doesn't
that's
really get that. I'm trying to make him understand the concept, but he really can't even see the concept yet. And so that's kind of where we are.
but that's not the point of what I'm talking about. The fact that like you're that he's alluding to, you are supposed to be forever emotional over these things. Why would a man or an alleged man
There you go.
talk like that? Why? Well, you got to be emotional. What?
Alleged man. That's a nice way to introduce that. Alleged man.
I have a shout out to my aunt Pam.
Go.
I grew up, right? I remember
Spit
being
it out. It
15.
ain't yours.
No,
No, right? It's so paused. Ew. Anyway, dirty folks, start from the top.
No.
Forget what that white
I remember being
said.
15 years old, listening to my older cousins, listening to my mom, you know, all that. And I'm like, yo, this feel like slavery, right? And I was like, yo, I'm bucking it, right? I'm bucking slavery. They trying to emasculate me. They trying to break me, right? So shout out to my auntie. Now I'm 35. 20 years have passed before I realized that matriarchy is slavery. That's why I'm listening to girls with clothes on, right? I'm at a memorial service. My aunt flies in from California, asked me how I'm doing. I'm talking to her. I'm telling her about my dad. She was like, don't pay attention to my brother. He just want to be a slave. He a cosplay slave. And for some reason, it made the first 35 years of my life make so much sense. So then when you said that, yo, sons were buying their dads and then selling them like, yo, I can't do this cuckold shit. That's the feeling. So imagine 5/6 of America were free black people. Like everybody think every black man was a slave. Like 5/6 of black people are free. And you go down and you find your people and you buy your people and they just slave. Like there's nothing you do.
Great majority? Oh, you saying the great majority of blacks were free?
There were 6 million black people on an 1860 census. There were 6 million black people. Go look it up. 800,000 were slaves.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's enough right there.
That's like what, 1%?
That's like
it's higher than
maybe 1.5%.
That's closer to 20, like 18%.
No, you said what was it? There was 6 million people here,
and 800,000 were slaves. So like almost a million slaves out of 6 million people.
Okay,
yeah, that's under 20%.
Right.
It's not one at all, but it's under 20.
Dude, that still ain't bad.
Nope.
I think there's gonna be a lot of people that are going to be disappointed with them numbers to find out they ain't getting no reparations.
See, that's why they don't want niggas to read or do numbers.
Right. So you looking at like you got all these free people like, man, I'm industrious. I know how to read. Man, I'm out here. I got me a light-skinned Native American chick, or as you know, as he'll say, you know, a black mixed girl. And we doing our thing. We got our little cubby hole, you know, $8,000.
Ghetto as shit, cubby hole.
Yep. Hey.
I remember.
We came from Ohio. I've been to Ohio.
Yeah, but we weren't trying to knock boots in a cubby hole.
Yeah.
I've been y'all cribs look like slave shacks, bro. Which is another thing.
Why don't you take her out back in the backyard and do it in a doghouse then?
Slave shacks, to be honest, people don't want to admit this either. Slave shacks have to be put in historical context. Those are the homes of the time. Because Cleveland still got people living in them fucking shacks. When I went out there in 2008, they still living. So I'm like, is this slavery?
Yes,
that was the house of the time.
Hey,
So
when I lived in Ohio, man, the house that I lived in was right next door to what they called the old slave house, which was the slave quarters for a mansion that was like maybe a block down the road from me.
Well, damn.
I'm with you, Dave. Cubby shaming is wild. I'm with you, man. Cubby old shaming is
Cubby shaming.
Shout out to the Boy Scouts. What are the Scouts now? My bad, the Scouts.
right. Because the boys can't talk.
That's crazy, man. They gutted Girl Scouts, and Girl Scouts was trash, so they took over Scouts instead. So they got better.
No. They still got
they
the
don't
Girl
have Boy
Scouts.
Scouts.
They still got Girl
have
Scouts.
Yeah, Boy Scouts are gay.
Those are for the gay. Girl
Girl
Scouts are for gay white dudes.
No, but I'm saying like Girl Scouts, they gutted all the programs in it, and then that they moved over to Boy Scouts, and then they called it Scouts. Well, the Boy Scouts and Scouts, it's pretty much co-ed now.
Yeah.
But Girl Scouts still exists, but they be talking about how it's trash now because all they do is like sell cookies.
That's all they ever did. And I asked them.
They just literally got them on the block. That's crazy. They just put the girls on the block.
Hey, with Riley Freeman trying to sell cookies. But I asked them, right? I asked a liberal white man, you know what I'm saying, who would be, pause, a masculine, you would think so. He worked at the railroad. He a conductor or some shit for the railroad, sweaty, middle class job, 2-parent home. And I said, why do you have your girl in Boy Scouts? He told me because Girl Scouts don't have enough activities. I said, both handbooks come from the same place. Why didn't they copy paste it and control F he into she and let the girls do their own thing? Oh, well, Boy Scouts is organized better. But think about this. No, but think about this. And y'all, anytime USA, go to a YMCA. There's more women in YMCA than YWCA. Then go past a YWCA. There's 3 cars there, and I bet all 3 employees. Women don't go to women's workout world. Women don't go to YWCA. Women want to invade men's space just so men feel uncomfortable and they can say that you're harassing.
Hey, Dirty, remember Weight Watchers went out of business, last year, this year? That was all women. They
hey, let's be real. Crack helped women lose more weight than anything else.
And Ozempic.
I mean, yeah. There's also the Coke diet. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna talk about that though.
Yeah, let's
meth
move.
diet is doing pretty well too if you like skeletons.
I can sew this up in a second.
Go ahead, you go and I'll go after
Yeah. I got the perfect solution for family court. Quit fucking women that you don't know and don't like.
That's not a good enough answer. That's not a good enough answer. Most men knew. Most men knew and loved and liked their wives. That's not good enough. Taz, you got it, Taz. You got it, Taz.
Let's say you do get caught up, right? Let's say you do get caught up.
Like Papoose didn't love Remy.
Yeah, man.
Let's go back to what I said about 20 minutes ago. When do you start advocating for yourself in that system? Because I ain't seen no march on Washington from men. I ain't seen
like Corey
fathers
Harding
gather
and
at
like
family court
Love
to
Tia.
protest. None of that. I hear a lot of complaint about family court from individual men. So when do men get together and challenge the family court system the way the women you complain about have challenged?
Hey, pause this a minute. Because you know what?
Please.
You know what? I don't know what Taz is bitching about because he didn't pay child support just like the rest of us that didn't pay child support. So he can shut his fucking mouth.
Well, not just that. He's talking about like men banding together for family court. The problem is, for a lot of dudes, they wait until it happens to them, and they make fun of dudes when it does happen to them, and they just be like they're completely like emotionless when it comes to like something that could happen to you in the future. But they be like, "Oh, I'm me, I'm the man. Oh, I got all this game." But then when all that falls by the wayside. Go ahead.
Look at what's
Taz is
happening
from
right
Allen
here.
County,
Look at
Ohio,
what's
too.
happening. Look at on this panel. Niggas are everybody on this panel except the pastor is fighting me every step of the way. And now it's, well, why aren't the men coming together? Nigga, it's you. You're why the men aren't coming together, bro.
Well,
because they want to keep placating for these fucking dumbass bitches.
Well, that's what I said, right? Like this guy saying it, right? Once he goes to one meeting with men trying to get together, he's gonna go home to his wife and complain about how men are getting together because he wants to seem like a good real man so that he might be able to sniff it out that month. And she's gonna go complain to the small hats And then the small hats are gonna go to the government and say, hey, there's something happening over here, right? And so it's niggas like him that like they say stuff like that, but like, bro, you're the opposition. Like, if you want this, right? If you want this movement to really start, you have to lay in the box for it to happen.
Yeah, and honestly, man, like it's a damn shame, man. Like, cause I guarantee you, even him talking on up there, pounding his chest, knows at least 2 dudes in his circle that have gone through something real bad.
He went through it. You had to move from Ohio to fucking California to get away from it.
There you go.
Right. And nigga, that was literally his advice. Like, that's what you should do. You just got to move away from her. I'm like, man, you see.
Oh, so just run from it.
Ohio.
Right.
So be a deadbeat to duck child support. I'm with that.
Yep.
Yeah. Look, it's my baby or her baby.
Hey, I don't call it being a deadbait. I call it it's a survival technique, is what it is.
I mean, look, bro,
it's called surviving.
So hold on. So you guys just literally made the point. You guys just made what I said 100% valid. He actually ran from it, and then still will sit here and complain to Keisha about men trying to do it.
I was pointing that out too, American man.
No, we being facetious, but
that's wild.
Why are you shocked? Why are you shocked that we agree with you?
No, you know what's wild?
No, I'm not shocked. I'm just saying, like, but he says it as if, like, bro, if for this to happen, bro, you have to lay in the box. Like, it's weird.
American man, it's crazier than this. This is how tolerant was. You start off saying men don't fight the system, and then the next thing you say is run, nigga, run. Like, if it's like arguing with a woman, you're gonna argue both sides.
Well, who raised them?
No, but this is female logic though, because
who raised them?
They're not holding the same like frame throughout the whole conversation. It's just whatever you win in that moment.
They should have did like their daddy did when they were kids and told their mom they was going to the grocery store to get some cigarettes and never came back.
So it don't have to be consistent though. Like, I just have to win the moment, and I don't care about the last thing that was said as long as I can get the next thing was said and I can win this moment.
That was an argument Hood had about Sharon Bracey the other day. Like, you can't argue both sides of the fence, bro. Like, pick a side.
Fuck Sharon.
I mean, maybe he can. Maybe he can. Maybe that's something he want to tell us.
No, if you watch Sharon earlier when Hood was showing him, that motherfucker will sit there and do just what Hood said. He'll let you get just to a point to where he can interrupt you, derail what you're saying, and then direct it how he wants it. But he'll let all them bitches and all those fags up there that want to talk like him sit and say whatever they want unobstructed.
Oh, y'all need to be like the jail dudes. They're creative.
Bro.
Yeah, meth heads are too.
Yeah, they are. They are crack here. So, you know what? I told y'all my foolproof way.
Look, Dirty, I got a meth head buddy. His power went out. So you know what he did? He rigged his fridge up to a fucking DeWalt fucking cordless battery.
First of all, that's kind of dope. But I could beat that. I had a crackhead that you can get to do anything. He'll turn your gas back on, your water, hook up your cable, take the boot off your car. Shout out to Whitehead. Look.
Hey, Prime VA, yes. And then to Andre in the chat, for good.
Look, man.
Let me get back to the clip.
Well, the problem is once we challenge family court, like Hood said, we're going to have to challenge those women too. There's no way around it, man.
And not only that, before we even get that far, like, you niggas is the problem. I gotta convince you niggas to fall back. I gotta convince you niggas that there's a problem. I gotta pitch this shit to you niggas in a way that won't hurt your fucking feelings.
Slow down, bro.
I know, but I'm not trying to make it about you personally, Taz. But this is like, niggas be getting mad. Niggas want to fight. Niggas get personal about this shit, and it's like, bro, you niggas are the impediment. Women are fucking women. If niggas form up and set the tone, the women fall out the way. But the niggas are the hard problem. That's really the hard problem.
Right. So until you have the group of men that are willing to be challenged by a group of men, you ain't gonna get nowhere. You have to be willing to be challenged by said group of men. What you're talking about is being in fear of challenging the women and the men. So you're just falling back, complaining, and ain't challenging neither part of it.
You know,
You ain't
right?
challenging no men, you ain't challenging.
He really just kind of missed the point, but niggas don't get it. This is why I learned to not be upset no more. Because are you?
Hey,
How
all
mad
I
am I
heard,
supposed to get at children?
Not,
You
Like
know?
not
being mad at
even
your
that.
toddler, dude.
Right.
all I heard from Taz coming out of his mouth is, remember my brother, one fish, two fish, red fish,
Red fish.
two fish.
Imagine say you gotta be willing
Whack.
to be challenged by men while hood challenging you, and you like, yo, nah, I ain't listening.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
That's wild, man.
you
Hey,
know what I heard? Go ahead, my bad, True Life.
go ahead, man. Go ahead, bro. I ain't trying to do niggonomics today. Go ahead. Go ahead, American.
American man.
Well, here's what I heard was, if you get enough men, I'll follow you. But for right now, I gotta follow these men that disagree with you.
No, he's gonna follow the women until I get enough men. That's literally
No,
the
no,
Well,
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
that is
no,
the
yeah.
exact.
no.
Hold on, wait. Let me just lay it out. Tell me how I'm wrong. But that's kind of how I see it. The men are willing to follow what they see as, the gynocracy, female authority. They believe in the concept of female authority, and I can't shake that from their mind until they see enough men. Like, they really gonna follow the crowd at that point. They're
No.
women at that point.
I no, this is where I disagree. The first part, they're gonna follow women. You could have stopped right there. Like the men who have the women, that's why people like, I wish I was a pimp, but you don't want to sell a coochie. You want the coochie for yourself. Like they're gonna follow women, and they're gonna follow women into slavery. Slavery gonna be so easy.
Niggas want
How
to
they
be
did
pimps to
guys for
save
the
the
fucking
hoes.
first time.
Pimping to save the hoes is non-biblical.
Hey, Dirty, they gonna fall in love with their bottom chick.
That's all pimps do. Like all pimps do.
Like
Yeah,
look,
that is
and then what happens? No,
I've heard.
but this is why they'll never follow a man. Because what happens after a trick falls in love with the hoe? They try to eliminate the pimp.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll never follow you. He'll always follow the hoe. So you just gotta beat him up. You gotta rule by fear. You can't rule by respect and logic. You gotta rule by fear. Like, look, bro, I'm gonna take your girl away, and if you come forward, I'm gonna kill you. Like, you gotta rule by fear. I give you a girl. Like, I am the coochie partitioner. Like, I assign what coochie you get. That's what slavery was. You work good, you get coochie.
You know
Like,
what? That's why when I was over on Chaotix that one time, and what's that nigga Hotep or something that be over there talking all the time? I not Hotep Jesus, like R.A. Hotep.
No, you're talking about Ben.
Ben, yeah.
Ben. But that's not his name on screen. On
Oh,
screen,
that's the slave name. Yeah,
Ben asked me something about like what I believe, and I said I'm basically an authoritarian fascist, bro. And that shit set him off so deeply. And looking back, I think it's because he understood what I believe technically hates you. And he's maybe right to be offended on that level, but yeah, you niggas are disgusting, bro. I swear to God.
Why? I'm not offended that he hates me. Hate me.
Dirty.
You know what you gotta call
now
it?
that you put it that way, he actually should be offended on that level.
That's what I said. It's all good, bro. I get it.
What you saying, bro? What you
Hey,
saying, bro?
Dirty. Like, you know what you gotta call it, right? Don't call it slavery. Call it some kind of like new age monarchy. You know what I'm saying? You probably gotta come up with
you gotta come with freedom in it, like freedom or
No, you gotta call it a work. You just call it a workers. No, a workers co-op, man. That's all it is. A workers.
But they want a king though, and it's not even a race thing. They want a king. They want somebody they can blame, but somebody's gonna like make all the crops like come in. They you know what I'm saying, they don't have to do so much work.
Niggas need a king, but they want a queen.
Basically.
But
that's just because they want to dress up in their old lady's clothes.
I also agree with that. Have you been to a high school lately, bro? I would have been like, nah, son. I went to get my driver's
dude, I
license.
refuse to go to them anymore.
Bro, I
Yeah,
went
I'm
past
so
a high
glad
school.
my kids go to school with a bunch of white and Asian kids right
Bro,
now. Like,
dude, even white and Asian kids aren't
as
safe
much
from
as
this.
I really kind of like, I don't even say I hate my baby mama, but I don't really talk shit about my baby mama because she's
not yours. I hate
doing right
mine.
by the kids. So she's just keeping me away from them while you doing right by the kids. It's like, bitch, what are you doing? This shit is so weird. But I'm glad they going to school with a bunch of white and Asian kids. My oldest is off to college. Like, oh, you know what? I ain't gonna talk about you crazy.
Gen X and
I will.
millennial mothers really did a number on these kids. I swear to God.
Bro.
Make God have mercy on their souls when they cross them to the yonder, because you can't make this ish up how y'all just basically y'all made 1985 just going to a loop like it's Back to the Future.
Yeah, they androgynous, bro. I hadn't been past Chicago Vocational, since Juwan Howard played there. So that's like 1990. I cut school to see Juwan play senior year. Bro, I went past there in 2022 to renew my license, 2021, something like that. Bro, all the boys had on jeggings with dreads that looked, but they was dreaded like girls dreaded it back in the day. It wasn't like AI dreads. It was like to the side parted, like with the split in the middle. And then all the girls had on hoodies and Jordans.
And that's why all these women call men. They always resort back to gay because they know they're raising their sons to be gay.
It's like that. It's like this.
It's weaponized
It's like the
homosexuality. They make you gay, and then they be like, "Ew, you gay."
yeah, like the moms turn the boys into the men that they want, so no other women want them. But really,
they
just
don't want a man. They want a woman with a dick.
Yeah.
No, but they just turn them into girlfriends. Basically, same difference.
Basically,
yeah. Fact.
No.
But here's the crazy thing. They
do fix the problem.
Well, you actually have to convince people that there is a problem. That's why the talk is the important first step. Because, like, if everybody just think, well, we just gonna love her better, then that's what niggas gonna do forever. And it's like a hamster wheel forever. So you actually got to convince niggas that they've been stupid. You've been trying to solve the problem, doing the same thing over and over again. Nobody really believes it. And then when you try to talk about that, I run into this.
Right, because men aren't challenging.
What do you mean by this?
Challenging a panel on YouTube, which again I'm saying perfectly fine, but I'm the nigga who will go with you to DC to challenge the fact that fathers don't get the rights they
I call bullshit.
Do you believe that?
From long distance.
Yeah, honestly, I do, only because I've seen video of Taz at like city council things. Taz has shown up in public to do.
That's only because his wife made him go.
I mean, but I was gonna say it was more of a fight racism thing. Like Taz will go if you convince him he can fight white people on the way.
He is going down there for the free hot dogs and the Coca-Cola. They're gonna be
whoa, bro. Whoa. Hey, no.
He's going down there for the fat white women.
No free food slander, sir.
Hey, and without getting too deep into the MLK piece, right? But just like what people think MLK is or was. Even he would have what they used to call it diplomacy, and would talk to people that openly hated him. Because guess what? It moves the needle, right? You know what I'm saying? And several people have done that throughout time in history.
Who's the famous? I want to say George Lincoln Rockwell. Snowman. Am I saying his name right?
I don't know. Who are you talking about? I don't even know who this guy is.
There's a very he's probably one of the best racists of back in the day. This was like I want to say the 20s. Are
you talking about Norman
maybe.
Rockwell?
No, not Norman. Norman Rockwell is a painter. I say George.
Yeah, but he was
Lincoln
a racist
Rockwell.
Painter.
Let's take a look.
Still not the same guy.
We do it live. We do it live. Look, fuck, we do it live.
I don't know. Norman Rockwell's a racist. All them. He used to run Boy Scouts.
Yeah. George Lincoln Rockwell. Hood. It's George Lincoln Rockwell.
There you go.
Thank you. It is right. He actually, like I said, he was one of the OG, JQ racist guys back in the day. And you know what? He was really more JQ than racist. He just didn't really care for black folk like that. But it was basically a famous photo of him and two other racist guys in full American Nazi uniforms at a Black Power meeting. It was really during the days of what's his name back then?
That is amazing.
He was at a Garvey. That you'll see a picture of three white guys surrounded by black guys, and they're in Nazi uniform. That one guy in the middle, that's George Lincoln
need those
Rockwell,
type of white people
and they
back.
were at the Garvey Black Power meeting because you got to talk to people. Men talk to each other. That's how you end wars.
Man,
we need those type of white people back, man.
Or you kill each other. Either or. There's two ways to go.
Hey, old boy did that back in Chicago with the white Confederates, man. You know what I'm saying?
And I've been in Indiana.
Hampton. Fred Hampton. Yeah, like, and then and what's funny is even Google will be editing a photo where they're at the meeting. They don't show the Confederate flag no more because people was asking questions, being like, "Hey, why were all these cats talking to each other?" And because they had similar
Right,
conditions.
No, bro, I
right.
told
Like
y'all, man, I used to hang out with what they call them, Saxon Knights, bro. Like men get
that's
along
like the
until you bring
Klan,
a
right?
woman in the room. Men get along
Well,
until you put a woman in the room. We might not all eat lunch
Yeah,
together at
as
work.
long as you don't mess with a man's woman or his money, you're pretty well okay.
You right.
Well, that
Or
that
God, his woman. Well, God and his money. The woman come after the money.
well
No,
that and
God is
also
the type
right.
of thing.
no. Here's the problem
well,
with that. Here's the black man
Well,
problem
hold
with
on,
what you said.
American Man. Hold on, American Man was trying to jump in real
Well,
quick.
that
Go
and
ahead.
also right is that like the so-called white racist, he'll talk with you and he wants you to man up to keep your woman and your children over there and in line so that he doesn't have to racism any extra.
And I
And
agree with that.
I think
and
that's
you
about
guys
right.
just stay over there, leave me alone, and we don't have to have any extra racism going on. You boss
Right.
up on your
We'll keep
family.
it
No, he's
keep it
right
at a
though.
respectable 6, though. Keep it at a
Yes.
respectable 6. We'll crank it to a 9, but we don't really want to do that. I gotta go to work in the
Yeah.
morning.
Well,
Right.
well, look, we'll even be, we'll even,
Even pay you to do it.
we'll,
We'll give you the money to stay over there.
it doesn't even have, look, as long as it's at a respectful 6 after 9 p.m. is what it is, because we'll work with you. If you want to be loud during the day when my kids are loud, I don't give a shit. But when I put my kids to bed, you better shut up.
That's just good neighbor stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
Men can solve racism, but women talk too much to get anything done.
Exactly.
That's really
And that's
what
the
we've
thing.
learned that talking on this panel together over the years. It's mostly the women.
Well, also they got their memories and their feelings, and they will always bring some old shit up when you
Well, they
just
only
got
have a memory
busted.
for what they do. They don't ever remember anything they
Well,
done. It's
no,
only what you've done.
no, the pro black position. Because think about the age and the generation of everybody on the panel. They literally have memories of a past that they never lived.
And that past,
Not just memories, but they have they have an emotional connection to it. They're like they get emotional like they live the shit, which is wild to me. How,
Epigenetic.
slave
Trauma
cosplay,
bonding.
bro.
no, it's wild to me how you can be so connected to something that you know nothing about other than what other people have told you other people told them.
No.
I,
Other women
They
told
cooked
you.
in
That's
roots
the
and
crazy
color
part.
purple.
Slave
I won't go to epigenetics. They tell themselves folk stories and romanticize like the old shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is the way it was. Be like, is that really the way it was? Probably not. You know what
Really,
I'm
that's
saying?
what I'm starting to think.
It
It
was.
really wasn't like they say it was. I mean, things did happen, and that's where they get to kind of lie and exaggerate. But it was the common everyday life wasn't war and struggle and burning. You know, it wasn't Tulsa every single day. But I
Worse than that.
want to kind of stop for a second because we're gonna wrap up soon. I want to play a little bit more. I want to review as much of this as I can squeeze in tonight.
Saying with you in that fight. Now where the rest of these bitch ass niggas at? That's what I
And
call niggas.
and those of us
There you go.
who are community oriented. That's why I said what I said. Conservative, but I'm thinking about our community. That's
So
where the
you have a
plan came
community
from.
with no
No chat
fathers.
Wait
GPT,
for it.
no nothing. Just me observing and learning and understanding my people and my community. And if y'all are a strong community, then y'all need to. If y'all want these women, because they out there. I mean, we know they out there. That the women y'all want, but that ain't it. Y'all have to, just like you said, you do got to be a little selfish because y'all need to take the moment to
Now she agree
understand
with
that there might be some shit wrong with me and I need some help so I can have a better relationship and a better life.
She made it.
Really?
A relationship with myself,
Need
not a
better help,
woman,
man.
not a man. I'm talking about just self.
She's only saying that because
So
she's on a panel. She doesn't
No,
believe that
she
No,
shit about it.
but
literally
she
represented.
negated.
She literally suggests a better help therapy session at some
Better
point. She
help.
has to
I
kind
was
of
Yeah,
live
yeah,
just
but
with
gonna
she
that
just
say,
shit.
AKA you go to therapy. I was
Literally,
just
she
gonna
just
say that.
she
Bro,
just
but
negated what she said like 15 minutes
see,
ago.
close,
of course
bro,
she
close.
did.
And if she said community, bro, every time black women say community, I always laugh. It's funny. Yeah, you know what I hate about I hate about the black slave mythology? Because that's a great definition for it. When black men talk about the slave mythology, they never had a right era. They be like, yeah, because our women got raped. Okay, slavery. And we got lynched. That's Jim Crow. Like, they don't even have a timeline.
Do they even know the raw numbers of lynchings?
See,
do they even know that white Irish
White
were
guys
lynched
got
too,
lynched
right along
too.
with them?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Listen, they don't
That's why
know
you want to
things,
make.
bro.
Don't say that there aren't women. It doesn't matter, sir. I'm not one of them type of people. My personality doesn't need accolades. I enjoy helping people, honestly. And so for me, I'm just saying, if you like the plan, then implement it. Just like you just finished saying, and you never answered my question.
If
You
she
came up there
enjoyed
and
helping,
said,
she wouldn't lie to
I
people.
came up and I asked you, if
When
Pearly
me and
Things was black, hold on, baby. If Pearly Things was black and was saying the same shit she was saying, would they listen to her?
Do they listen to her now? What is wrong with you?
Look, nobody
Not at the
made
same
Pearly
rate.
things. She just
No.
figured on her own. So
How is
like,
it an
you got to build
individual
that on
thing,
your
but
own. A
you're
woman,
in
there has to
something
be a
called
woman
the
who wants that.
manosphere?
If
You
I
can't
don't
keep
understand what
jumping.
you.
I know, because what you want to keep doing is you guys are on this fence where, okay, it's the manosphere. I don't agree with everything they say. However, I deal in this circle. And I ask not to be sarcastic, not to be mean, not anything. I'm serious. Why would black men want to follow a woman saying the type of things that she's saying?
I mean, the simple thing is, niggas are not.
Hold on,
Niggas don't
before you
always have to
go,
have
hood
that
server, to
thing
shout out to
But that's
Voice of
simple.
Venus.
I would never suggest to you, and I've been successful in all of my situations, brother. You're very, very submissive, and you're being controlled. You're allowing again, no disrespect.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
You're allowing what it sounds like an ungrateful.
All right,
Pearly
this is
Things,
kind of where Taz says something crazy. Let me go back. His past, Fantastic just joined the panel, and he's a lot more solid in this conversation. We don't need Pastor up here. Fantastic could have done this by himself too.
Can we not? What is wrong with me wanting to help people and others that's like that? Is a general statement,
Nothing.
because it's like, but then
Nothing.
but Pastor said,
It's not about you.
I
It's not about
don't
you, though.
need to do this. I need to stand with you. And that's what I'm asking.
But
Like,
remember,
can you break?
remember what Pastor's accusation was. His attack and my attack too was, you want to help how you want to help, and he's saying help with this, and you're like, and the whole point is fine, but that means I should not approach you with a problem like this because you benefit from the state of affairs, and it is dangerous to me attempting to solve the problem when you're claiming to be my ally, but you benefit from my pain. And so it's a weird game to play. Let's not play that. This is why earlier I said, you know what? It's really not the women. I actually got to talk to the men.
They know what white privilege is now.
You know what's so crazy?
We need the women, dog. We need them to realize how much this shit got to work. This shit.
Oh my God. We
Oh
need the
man.
women.
Wait.
We need
Let me say two
mama.
things. I'm
There
gonna
you
let y'all
go.
rock. Number one, if just Pearly Things was black, should be Melanie King. Nobody has no smoke for Melanie King. And or Jessica X should be.
Nah, that's not true because black women hated him too.
Oh, okay. Black women hate everything, though. I mean, they women.
They hate themselves.
I know, and it's so easy, and that's why I hate them, and that's why we have phenomenal sex. You hate you, I hate you. We match energy.
I know, right, man? Me too.
But Hood, I just appreciate you. I learned something. I'm a black woman supporter now. I am, and I'm gonna tell you why. And I've always said this: black women can help you, or they can fuck you, but they can't do both. So when she talk about how she want to help the black man, not the nigga she fucking. So you gotta. I'm about to pimp or die. This is why pimps don't put their dick in the holes. I'm about to pimp or die. I'm changing my whole format. I love you, black queen. Well, I can't call y'all queens. I love y'all, black secretaries. I love y'all. Come to death, bro.
Anyone else?
I don't believe that they want to help, be honest with you, because if they wanted to help, they wouldn't lie to you.
They don't lie. Women lie to themselves. Men lie to women. Women lie to themselves, and
That's
then they
right. No, they would help us if they then keep on deleting our offspring and our future.
worried about
So
the wrong shit, bro. We already doing babies 2025. You worried about the pussy. Put these bitches back in
I'm kicking
slavery, bro.
schematics. I'm just kicking schematics.
See, you worry about the wrong shit. That's nigga shit. We ain't black. Look, let them kill their babies and fuck their felons. I'm cool with that. They'll help the cause as much, and they try to sleep with the because it's all a power thing. It's all a control thing. They want to help you so they can fuck you and fuck up your life. Keep your dick to yourself. Pimp or die. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Pull up with 2 white girls. You know what I mean? With dog collars on. Let them see how it's supposed to be. Let them be mad at you, whatever.
Right.
As long as they know, Photoshop. PowerPoint, and keep it pimping. What? Philip Jackson. I gotta call him Philip because when I call him Phil Jackson, y'all think the coach. Philip Jackson used to run an organization called Black Star Project, and it was a struggling nonprofit in Chicago. And I met him in the early 2010s. He was my liaison, so I could mentor public schools, right? So I pull up in the office in like 2014. I pull up to see Phil, get a free donut, and all of a sudden he got new computers, better desk. He got more kids. The whole office got refurbished. I'm like, Phil, you getting some money? He said, yeah, man, I got some better employees. And he pointed, he has cubicles now. Nigga never had cubicles. It's a big room with tables. Now he got cubicles and file cabinets. I'm like, oh shit. I look at him. He said, man, I got new employees. 2 white girls at a cubicle, not talking to none of the other black people. There are only 2 white people in there. He said, man, them white girls getting me like $3 million a year. So I let these black girls run around taking care of the kids, wiping it, taking them to the bathroom. But them white girls right there. He said, man, folks, get you some white girls. You're too smart for black people. Get you some white girls and ball out. He said, but don't tell nobody I
That's
said
wild. That's wild, man. But it's funny.
It's the truth, and he in Chicago, so that confirms that we are talking about not only the black woman, but
I want to know what gave you the right to sell off my people.
Hey, man.
No, they just they employees, man. They ain't slaves.
Yeah.
Hey, they freely participate in the labor market, man.
I'll just chalk it up as your get back.
Nah, they was getting paid. They had cubicles.
Oh, we ain't get our get back yet, Snowman. We ain't get our get back yet.
Oh, don't even start with that shit.
Look, what is it? You remember that movie Dangerous Mind? It was like every white woman's dream, man, to go and save an inner city school, man.
Dude, I never looked at Michelle Pfeiffer the same again after that movie.
That's why
I used to be in love with that.
Told that story. You gotta get liberal white chicks to really bang it out for you because they care.
What about Freedom Riders with Hillary Swank?
Yeah, both of them got knocked off my stroke worthy list.
Hey, bro, and
There
that's
was
why
a meme I seen
women
going around. Some white girl was like arrested at a protest, like the very first ever. That's like the meme, like the first white woman to be arrested at a protest, and they kind of booked her on some kind of insanity charges. Because why would a white woman want civil rights? Like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Hey, everybody need a Rachel Dozell in a corner, bro. That's all I'm saying. You know what?
Oh man, she had a hell of an arc, didn't she? Man, she was doing good, and then she started scamming, man.
And black women took her down, and she became a full black woman. She became a Keisha. She went from a Rachel to a Keisha.
You know what though? White woman back in the 60s though.
I don't know.
That was like in the 50s, maybe.
I know
Patrice with the hippie bitches. You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't alive in the 60s, so I can't recall.
Oh, we got
because before the hippies, they had like the beatniks or whatever. Like they, it was a movement already before they started running naked in the park.
Yep, you're right. The beatniks.
I don't know. I know white women helpful, and I got that from. You know what? Same year I saw that. Same year Phil Jackson told me that. I saw the Patrice O'Neal was already dead. When I saw Elephant in the Room, he said you got to get your white women. White women always trying to save something. Save the dog, save the whale, save the niggas.
Hey, caveat. They can be, but we see the awfuls running around here, man. All they do is they got like the opposite of the Midas touch, man.
Yeah,
we just gotta give them the Jack Johnson treatment again. You know what I'm saying? They gotta get back to.
Yo,
that bro, it's not that all black women are horrible people. It's they all toddlers. Majority. Like nobody, like not 80% are kind of horrible.
85.
But I'm gonna go to 80-20 rule. But it's not that. It's the fact that you can get help from anybody. but you can't fuck them. Like when I sleep with them girls that got two master's degrees, going for their doctorate and all that shit, bro, useless. They be cool as shit till I fuck. Now you don't know how to read. First you was helping tutor. Give you some dick. Now you don't know how to spell cat. Like dick makes them unhelpful. You got to make a choice. So, you know.
Quick question: have any of you guys saw that video on Instagram where this dude air fries 2 live crabs through in a see-through air fryer?
For what?
Yeah, dude, it's wicked, dude. Like you literally watch them die in real life being cooked.
That's what I'm gonna look that up.
That's like the snuff porn white man.
But yo, I every time I hear a black woman say, "I'm gonna help you," I'm gonna think of this shit. I want to help you, right? I want to help you raise your ugly children, and you beat us and you kill us, right? Like, yo, anytime I hear a black woman say, "I want to help you," I'm gonna think of this chick, bro.
Hey,
Like,
look. These niggas don't get her help. Is just a bid for dominance and leadership, bro.
Yeah.
She helping you. You
American
need
Man
her.
and Hood, American Man and Hood. Do y'all remember that black female therapist that wanted to help black men a couple of years?
Oh, yo, we got her up out of here. Like the internet.
No,
niggas
white
did
women
her
got up
dirty.
out of here. White women got her up out of here.
Yeah, you know what? It was ultimately a white woman who did the real
Again,
work. Got in her shit.
dude,
White
it was
woman
a white
saved the
woman that
black
got
man
rid of
too.
Cynthia G.
I'm about to say that. I was just about to say.
Man, piece of the white woman. I'm gonna give me 2 white women. I don't know why I was bullshitting when Philip Jackson told me that. I'm gonna give me 2 white women in an office space. Look, the whole thing about black woman help is you got to keep your foot on her neck because she'll always try to
You do
finesse
that, you're gonna fuck around and end up on child support, dirty.
No, my foot on her neck. Nah, look,
I'm
like this is
talking
what
about
black.
getting 2 white women and starting an office space.
I mean, damn, probably. But I ain't gonna be on child support because it's my baby or her baby. If she keep the baby, then I fire her and then I quit. Anyway, look. So I had a black girl talking about she wanted to be my treasurer. I'm like, all right, you can do the numbers. She was like, yeah, so you should put the account in my name. Oh, whoa, Kimo. But this is the type of shit they do to try to finesse you. Like, I'll be the treasurer, put the book on my name, or I'll be the administrator, put your business under my name. So that's a big one.
I had a baby mama get mad at me for not putting her on my fucking bank account.
Bro, black women love to tell black men that he should put a business in her name so he can get minority contracts. I'm like, bitch, look at my skin.
Yeah, they can't take it from you if it's in my name.
Like, bitch, I am the minority contract. I'm a binary lesbian. You know what I'm saying? African American. I'm DEI, nigga. DEI dirty.
I don't know if that's gonna work under Trump's new joint,
I
man.
know. I think that might be dead right now, bro. You had your shot, bro. You should have transitioned last year, bro.
Yeah, man.
I've been
Like,
transitioned to a binary lesbian because
man,
I'm a transgender lesbian that presents as a male.
hey, they going after
bro. And you know, it's funny. Zero. We had this saying around the manosphere. Zero was right because look, there was on a Bernard Riley show. Zero. Yeah, there was this guy. He doesn't really do much content, but he was really sharp about a lot of things, and he was pointing out the way the sort of social vibes were trending. And then a couple years go by, and a lot of things he was saying was right about, like with the weirdness of the transgenderism and all that. And now, though, lucky, we have a Trump, and it looks like, you know, it's not going to be as weird as it was before. He really attacking the DEI stuff. I was going to do a show about that. Trump is low key making life hard for black people right now, but you know, shout out.
I think it is fucking phenomenal.
Hold on. Is he making life hard for black people?
Like I said, I don't love these niggas, man.
Hey, look, but dirty. We need to consult to Dirty's definition on this. Women, gays, and felons, man.
Hey, every time a black woman cries, a demon gets its wings.
Hey, and also too, man. Have you seen the video of the chick, you know, bragging about getting her $3,500 in food stamps?
Yeah, I saw
and how she turned on the waterworks, and then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, she got to pay all that money back, and then talking about she really hungry now. I'm like,
I don't believe she hungry. She's still too fat. When she come back 100 pounds down,
yeah, I'll believe she's hungry when her stomach is eating. When her stomach starts eating her back, I'll believe she's hungry.
So she ain't got no Ozempic money, so she lose some weight, man. It's because times are really hard.
It's all gonna be in the face. True, we'll
No,
know it.
what you're going to see is she won't lose weight, but her kids will.
Oh yeah, the girls gonna eat the boys. That's how these boys so skinny and the girls so fat.
Y'all talking about this one right here?
We made me a
That's what I'm
damn
saying.
Walmart order. As most of y'all know, I do not have a car, so I have to get everything delivered.
No, not that one.
As y'all can see, I've been waiting for the 17th to come for so long, y'all. First, I didn't even think I was gonna get them because I had been waiting for the approval. They had not sent me no paper saying like I was approved or denied. When I checked my card at 12 o'clock in the morning, I was happy as fuck. I instantly made me a damn Walmart order. As most of y'all know, I do not have a car, so I have to get everything delivered to my house. I got 60 items for $440. Now, this is not
Who
everything
taught
that
that
I'm
bitch
getting
how to
today.
shop?
I did say that you can't go over 100 items. I gotta do 2 separate orders. This is the
Now,
first one. Last night
do you
was
know
the
what the
last
problem
meal that
is?
I had to eat.
Hold
When
on,
I
hold
tell
on.
you I'm about to
You
eat
better
so
do that
motherfucking
shit.
good tonight, y'all don't even understand. I'm about to make a whole motherfucking Chipotle bowl. For the people that got something to say about food stamps, baby, y'all mad because y'all can't get none. That's just that. As most of y'all know, I have 4 kids and they're under 5, so y'all know I'm getting a couple dollars from their ass. For the people that think that they too good to get food stamps, is y'all cool? Free food? Is y'all cool?
Wait.
This is all the things that I did get, y'all. This is just the
Pause.
Look, all
See,
junk.
I was
Now
gonna
wait,
say
Factory
how
made
she's
food.
look,
what?
shut y'all shut the fuck up. Hold on. How she's a stay-at-home mom and getting food stamps? First question.
That's
No,
her
I'm not
staying
tripping on
at
that
home.
part. I'm not
Hey,
tripping. I'm not
She
tripping on
didn't
that.
say she was
I
married. She
expect a
said she
stay-at-home
stays at
mom to get
home.
food stamps these days.
Yeah, if you're not working, you can food stamps. That's not it. And the pictures is 1,000 words. That's what I was gonna say to Hood. I mean to Snowman. These bitches can't cook, bro.
Anything, dude.
Bro, any
Dude, I bet
bro,
they get pre-made fucking sausage gravy, man.
bro, I sweat everything microwave dinner. Bro, I be in the line behind these
Dude,
bitches at
they're
the
trying to
grocery
kill
store.
you, dude, by giving you irradiated food out of the microwave.
Bro, and look, man, and it's my girl, man. Love to Shy. Girl Shy from Flavor of Love. That's my home girl. She invited me over her crib for dinner and a smash. I get over there, I swear to God, bro. She been planning this since Tuesday. Like, Friday, come over there. I'm gonna take a shower. We gonna eat naked. Woo, woo. I get to her crib on Friday. I swear to God, she gave me a hungry man dinner. It was either fish sticks or
She
chicken.
couldn't even give you McDonald's. You
Bro,
got hungry,
I
man.
was so motherfucking mad. My head started hurting. I laid on that couch and fell asleep, bro. I was so mad. I needed to, because I wanted to choke her. Like, bitch, I've been waiting
Dude,
all
I
week
would
for
have
this.
punched her right in her pussy.
When I woke up, she was in a towel. I took a shower. I had my booty in your face, all type of shit. You wouldn't even wake up. I was like, bitch, if I woke up, I'd have choked you. What the fuck? I never even hit because I was so mad over these goddamn fish sticks, bro. These bitches cannot.
You got hungry man fish sticks.
Yo, all I see is
slapped her in the pussy with
diabetes,
that
high
hungry man dinner.
cholesterol. I see high blood pressure. I see clogged arteries. They I know that she ain't got no Pepto Bismol on that medicine cabinet.
Yo, guys, this was pointed out in the 80s. This was pointed out in the 80s. Who gave the most fight to eating better?
Yeah, remember Shahrazad Ali? They hated
Yep.
her when she pointed all these
Yep.
things out.
Pointed it out, and they
Yep. They pointed to her like she was some kind of demon, man.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because they wanted to be lazy. They wanted to be lazy.
Didn't they even demonize Oprah for losing weight?
Yep.
Y'all last
Oh yeah.
And Lizzo. And it
No,
literally said,
but Lizzo proved and shout out to Hood for saying that. Lizzo proved the shaming works.
It does.
Make shaming great again, man.
Yeah, we got bully
Adele.
chicks, bro.
I forgot
That's
about
really
Adele.
what they don't want us to do. You gotta bully them to make
Let's
them
make
better
bullying
women.
great again, folks.
Adele, she
man,
was getting bullied and teased.
And
guess
Adele
what?
looks
She
good
lost
as
the
fuck
weight
now.
and got
Yeah,
herself a
you see
black
what
man.
bullying does, right? Look, she got her a black man. She in shape, looking good. I'm telling you, man. Anyway, listen, I gotta get up out of here, man. It's getting super late. It's way past my bedtime. But I had
Real quick, I just want to ask Dirty if he was sure those were fish sticks he was smelling or coochie.
bro, it was fish. Bro, I didn't even eat, and then it come with that little burnt ass brownie. Like I was so, bro.
Oh, that
I'm
was
mad
the
every
real.
time.
That was the real.
That was a
Hungry
mud
Man
pie. That wasn't a
cereal.
brownie.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
mad.
because you know what? It's like raw in the tray and it bakes in the microwave, bro.
Bro,
Yeah,
I
it's
was
like
so
an easy bake oven fucking brownie.
hey, Hood. Can you put that Cavassier Jay Cavassier tweet on up there?
Hold on, what tweet we talking about?
The very last one.
Oh, you said it's sweet. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Now, to be fair, I did not put the fish stick in my mouth. I told you I got a headache and laid down. I was so.
He got a headache, so he laid his head right down next to some more seafood.
Bro, and I really
Nigga got a headache like shit, bro. He said, my head hurts. I can't. I just can't. I'm not in the mood.
But look, I don't mind eating fish sticks if I pop up like after school and I make. Bro, when you expect something for 4 days, you don't spend off on your dip.
Dirty had her pubic hair looking like some sour cream dip without the nachos and shit.
Oh man!
As you fed me right, I would have.
Say something like we gonna eat and we gonna smash. I'm expecting like some meat and some potatoes. You know what I mean? So I need energy for this mission. I'm expecting.
Well, it sounds to me like she had plenty of meat and potatoes.
Homie, you gonna
fish
get
sticks? Nah, bro. Nah.
Hey,
you have 4 days.
You gonna get a
fish sticks?
You gonna get half a packet of Flavor Aid.
She could even get you one of the big Marie Callender's pot pies that'll fill you
bro,
up.
Bro,
dumb shit.
I feel like you don't even like me. You're just trying to use me for some cheap dick.
Dude, she wouldn't even get you pizza rolls. What the fuck?
And she could have had it. I wanted to get
She got you some great value brand fucking minced up fucking fish meat.
Hey, Carmen has a question, Dirty.
No, it was not a high school story.
I'm with you.
This was in
My dick is worth way more than
2012,
fish
my
sticks and a
nigga.
burnt brownie.
I'm with you, dude. Dirty, you have every
I
right to
almost
be
got the
mad.
end
And
of
if
the
that
world,
girl
bro.
comes up missing, dude, I will not. I don't blame you.
Carmen, I was 33 years old and this bitch gave me fish sticks.
I don't know how you kept your composure and didn't give her a black eye.
Because I went to sleep. That's why I laid down. I couldn't take
Dude, if that would have been me, she would have been looking like a fucking raccoon, a goddamn trash panda by the time I was done.
You know, it's funny. It could be worse, but probably not much. Not much. You ever had a French toast?
This is why you should have never took the right for men to beat their wives away from them.
Dang,
this is what happened.
Listen, we
Hey, Dirty,
we going to paywall this thing. But I gotta wrap this up, man. We gotta shut this thing down, man. It is fun joking about it. We the only people that joke about DV. I feel like there's a weird space here.
No, we just testifying the church of misogyny, hood.
We are. This is the church. This is the church. You had a sermon today. We did a sermon.
I was going to say, didn't the Bible say to beat your slave properly?
Bro, she wasn't my slave though. Like she just owed me that.
Well, she was your Rent-A-Center slave. You were making payments on her.
She was auditioning and she failed.
Yeah, she owed me some pussy. I put it on layaway. She owed it to me, and then she came back and was like, "Yo, I got that coochie that you ordered." And I'm like, "I ordered that shit like 8 years ago." She was like, "Well, it's available today." Like, I'm like, "All right, I'll come."
That's the problem is you fucking stopped and did, dude. You should have told her to fucking kick mud.
No, what happened?
I hit a woman for the first time in my life, and I'm having fun.
It is fun. It's a lot of fun.
I was supposed to smash her the first day I met her, and we got to her crib. She get all the way down to her panties, and she was like, "You fuck Shauna," you know the rapper Shauna. She's like, "You fuck Shauna." I'm like, "What the fuck told you?" She's like, "I know you fuck Shauna, nigga. Whoa, I ain't giving you no pussy because you fuck Shauna." I'm like, "But Shauna gotta do it too." So she kicked me out. So I didn't talk to her.
You decided to go back? You're a dumbass.
Well, that's a hell of a tease, man.
So we didn't talk for like 8 years, and then she.
Dude, the fact that you didn't talk for 8 years is a red flag in and of itself.
But I wasn't trying to stay. I was trying to lay. I just wanted the coochie she owed me. So I was like,
nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take? Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take? Give a nigga a break.
I don't know how this ninja can have so much
we are
advice
done,
and
gentlemen.
screw up.
No, we are done. We are so done. We are absolutely done. I have to
the
go.
Museum of Science and Industry. The tickets is $12 a piece, and then I fed her, but I didn't pay for it because I went to the library.
End it, Hood. He won't shut up.
It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.